Hello champions and future champions, hello Chessmood family. GM Gabuzyan is here with you, and let's begin with this exciting daily lesson, which is gonna be about the Blind Swine Mate. The Blind Swine Mate pattern named is attributed to Polish master David Janowski, who referred to double rooks on a player's 7th rank as swine. So let me show you how it's happening. White is playing rook g7 check, king h8 rook h7, king g8, rook d g7. White rooks are taking all the squares available for black king, and some of the pieces is covering another square. It can be a white one or opponent's piece. So this is the Blind Swine Mate, guys. Let's go ahead and see more examples. This is a game of Morphy, and there is a very beautiful idea in this position for white, guys. You can pause the video and try to find it. So we're beginning with rook g7 check, throwing black king to the corner of the board, king h8. But now we need to force black to occupy this square in order to make our might available. Suddenly, knight f8 is a great move, since knight g6 is a checkmate idea which black can't be preventing but taking on f8. For example, if black is trying to give some checks, rook e1, we go king g2, rook e2, we're going king h3, so king is running away. And for this reason, after knight f8, let's see what's happening if black is taking. Suddenly the square is occupied, and now we're doing our simple and beautiful mate with rook h7 check, king g8, and rook c g7. So squares are occupied and white rooks are killing opponent's king, guys. Let's go ahead to see the next one. In this position, white is trying to attack. Right now, we are missing a piece, but we have a very active pieces near to opponent's king. You can pause the video and think how to continue this attack. White is beginning with rook g6 move. Now, if black is taking the rook on g6, it's a checkmate after rook g7 check, king g7, queen g6 check, and after king h8, queen h7 is a checkmate. So, for this reason, after rook takes g6, let's see what's happening if black is taking the queen with bishop g5. I'm sure you already know the answer. We're just playing rook g7, king h8, rook h7, and after king g8, rook eg7 checkmate. This idea is very strong and is working in many different attacking situations. Let's go ahead to see the next one. Here it's black to move, and black is having a forced checkmate in this position. The thing is, now we can't be giving check on h2 since bishop on d6 is protecting this square. So we need to take care of it and only then make the checkmate. Pause the video, guys, and try to find it. So we're beginning with knight g3 check. The purpose of this is to open the 4th rank for our queen. And after bishop g3, we're also sacrificing our queen with queen h4 check. White has to take, which is the only move, and now rook h2 check, king g1, and rook c g2 checkmate. Hopefully you like this beautiful position, and going for the next one now. This is a bit complicated example. White is again missing a piece, but having some purposes to attack on the opponent's king side. You can pause the video and try to find it, guys. So, first of all, if we're just taking on f8, black will take back, and now black is having 2 pieces versus the rook, which is just great for them. So it's not the idea. For this reason, we're not taking on f8, but we need firstly to get rid of this knight on d3. You may say, why? What's the issue? The thing is, this knight is covering our queen's options to the king side. So we're playing knight b4 with a tempo. Black takes, and beautiful queen sacrifice with queen takes g6. We're opening up the 7th rank for our heavy pieces. Pawn takes, and rook g7 check. King h8, and rook cc7. Now it's black turn, and they even can be moving this rook from the f8 square. Let's say rook takes f2. But the thing is, guys, we're having our knight on e6, so this square is covered either way. And after rook h7 check, king g8, rook cg7 is still a checkmate, because all the squares are covered and white rook on g7 is killing opponent's king. Let's go ahead to see the next position. Now I'm feeling excited since this position and position on the next diagram are my favorites in this topic. It's white to move, guys. You can pause the video and try to find it. Try to do it this time since you will not regret it, guys. So we're beginning with Queen f7 check, suddenly sacrificing the queen. After King f7, Rook d7 check, King g8 and Rook cc7. This square is occupied again, and our Rook g7 and Rook h7 checkmate is just unstoppable. Black can't be preventing it. So any move, let's say Queen f2, Rook g7, King h8, Rook takes King g8, and Rook c g7 checkmate. So with the queen sacrifice, we're just leaving our opponent without any choice but to be checkmated. Let's see the next one now. Here again it's white to move, and this is favorite example number 2. Let's see what to do for white. We're having different threats, but the strongest one is Queen g8 check. Since there is a pin on e-file, black can't be taking the queen, so has to play Rook f8, which is the only move. And suddenly we're playing Queen g6 check. We're trying to take this queen's attention from e7 square. Now it's hanging, so black is either losing the queen and the game, or if trying to take, we're playing Rook e7 check, King d8 and Rook b d7 checkmate. Black king is being mated in the center since all the squares for running away are taken by black heavy pieces, guys. So this was favorite example number 2. Let's now go ahead when you will get your homework position for this topic. Now it's black to move, and this is your test, guys. You can share your thoughts and ideas in the comments section below. Gabuzyan was here with you. Thank you for your subscriptions, likes, and sharing this video with your friends. We appreciate it a lot. See you next time during our next daily lessons.